Would I tell a grieving mother who has just lost their child that, hey, we don't have any reason to believe that there's a God, so it kind of looks like things like this just happen, and it sucks, and I'm sorry, but yeah, there's no like divine plan, it's not God's doing this for the betterment, or it might have just, your child might have just died, and that just kind of sucks, because life sucks sometimes, and he's probably not in the afterlife or anything like that. No, I would not. Would I respond to the mother that way? No, absolutely not, because I'm not an asshole. I don't know what non-atheists think that atheists do in their day-to-day life, but not every breath I take has to be against theism or against Christianity. And I don't have to speak up every single time someone says anything about God. Obviously, I talk like that on this page, profile, whatever you're watching this on, because that's the topic here. Because I will say stuff like that. It does seem like there is no God. There's no good reason to believe in a God, so it kind of seems like stuff just happens, and if someone dies, they just die and they're gone, and that sucks, and I don't like that. But there's a big difference between saying that here, when it's the topic of conversation, and saying that out there to someone who doesn't need to hear that right now. I have been to funerals where someone my age has passed away, and I have heard the family talking about they're in heaven now, they're with Jesus, they're with, grandma or whoever else. I let them be, because I feel no need to take any of that away from them. It's like when someone leaves a comment saying, I used to be addicted to drugs and used to be a terrible person and life was going awful, and then I found Jesus and turned everything around. Someone found something, held on to something, and used that as a motivator or some kind of something to make their lives better. And they're thriving now. I'm not going to then look at them and say, well, that thing that you clung on to and helped reshape your life with, it's dumb, and so are you. No. So when people leave comments like that, I usually just don't respond. I'm not going to speak out against that. I'm not going to try to take that away from you. When you're going through situations like that, where these religious beliefs or whatever are helping you heal, mourn, be a better person, whatever else, good. Now, of course, I think there are ways to improve and be better and get through stuff that don't involve supernatural stuff. But again, that's just kind of me being me, and that's how I am in my content. But out in the real world, I even went on Facebook after we had a few people who passed away in my life. 3 in like a 6-month period. It kind of sucked. And I went to Facebook to kind of comfort a lot of the people who were dealing with this. And I told them my perspective of why I believe God would let good people die, especially good people die young. Because a couple of these funerals were people my age, very close good friends of mine, who were amazing, wonderful people. So there were Christian friends and family asking, why would this happen? So I gave a spiel, and maybe I'll share it one day with you guys or put it on my Patreon or something. Just it's a pro-Christian, pro-God spiel of like, why would God let it? And it's nothing against it. It's actually like, it's an argument that I would use while I was still a Christian, to try to help, to try to comfort, to try to feed that and let them hold on to that and help them grieve and process and, whatever else they needed to do. Because yes, religious beliefs, supernatural beliefs can be something good and helpful. I think we can get the good, helpful stuff from it without all the negative baggage that comes with it. So I think we should, drop the religion and go towards the stuff that doesn't have the negative baggage. But at the same time, when people are using that as some kind of a crutch for themselves or to help them in any way, it's not my place to just come out and say, no, that's dumb. Even in lesser situations. I was having a conversation with a family member the other day, and they started going on about how we're living in the end times because of, Revelation prophecies coming true, which I've spoken about that a few times and why I think it's complete nonsense. But I held my tongue. I just kind of nodded and went along because I was having a good conversation with them, and they're a good family member, and I don't need to be combative right now. I go to family gatherings where people are praying before meals or whatever, and I sit there quietly. And just, I don't fold my hands or anything. I just sit there quietly, let them do their thing. Because I don't know. Just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean I have to go stir up shit everywhere in my life where people are trying to be theist. That's not who I am. And I don't think that's necessary at all. I mean, heck, one of my friends once left a little saint medal at my house once, and I found out to send a picture. I'm like, "Is this yours?" And he goes, "Yes. Can you please hold on to that and keep that safe? I'll get it, when I come back." I kept that thing safe because I think it's nonsense. I think it's dumb. I don't really believe in the saints in heaven or any of that stuff. But this little piece of metal is very, very important to someone who is very, very important to me. So I tucked it away somewhere nice where my daughter wasn't going to get it, the cats weren't going to get it, nothing else. And I kept it safe. And the next time I saw him, next time he came over, I'm just like, here you go. Safe and sound and back to you. Because sometimes you can just let people be. Not every single aspect of my life, just because I'm an atheist, just because I speak out against religion and Christianity and gods and whatnot all the time on this platform, doesn't mean that has to be my entire personality. And it's not my entire personality. It's like a meme. I think I have it still pinned to the top of my TikTok, but it's two people sitting, and there's a Christian and an atheist. And the Christian's like, "My grandma passed away even though I prayed for her. I guess I should brace myself for some kind of speech about how praying is dumb and God doesn't do anything." And the atheist just put his arms around her and just comforted her and was there for her. Because we can do that. We are humans. We have humanity. We have feelings. We have empathy. Arguably, that's why a lot of us aren't religious anymore. Whatever. So yes, sure. I will continue to speak out against religion and theism and gods and whatnot on this platform and the platforms that I post on for the rest of until I stop. I don't know. And I am passionate about it. And I care about it, and I think religions and beliefs in gods can be very, very harmful and have more harm than could ever be justified by any amount of good that comes with them, especially because, like I said, we can get that good stuff without all the negative baggage. But in my day-to-day life, I don't need to fight people. Even if you join my live streams, I go live on YouTube every Tuesday, usually every Tuesday night at about 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm usually pretty civil with the theists in chat, or at least I try to be. Sometimes they're a little abrasive, and I get a little abrasive. But, I have theists and Christians who regularly come back to my live streams to keep having conversations, and I enjoy it, and it's fun. So I don't know. I don't need to live my life as the angry atheist who every time someone mentions God, I just have to kick down the door, in the other room. I'm in the other room, just break through the wall. That's stupid. I can hold my tongue, and I can just let people be and do their thing. Not every single waking second of my life needs to be some kind of battle against people's beliefs.